before I get started with this video, to anyone, I'm gonna say this. This is just my opinion and stuff. If you have any disagreements, I understand. Let's get this show on the road. Now, I'm gonna talk about a really well-known YouTuber. Well, he was once a YouTuber, but he's now unrelevant. Because he took his channel down because of all the hate he was getting. I'm gonna talk about Sam the Vlogger. For those of you who don't know, Sam the Vlogger was a well-known YouTuber he was once part of Go Animate or Yvonne, but he left that community after because he said it was getting toxic. And I'm talking about how there were a lot of stuff he did back in the day, back when he was starting to become more. He was really pretty much one of those pretty mature. You kept saying he was one of those mature people, but there was some stuff he did that were pretty immature. In my honest opinion, I believe what he did was he had a friend named the Hypnotic Bread Kitten. The Hypnotic Bread Kitten was a YouTuber who did variation of hypnotic stuff, tickle fetish and stuff. And she was like an adult, I heard. I don't know, but what she did was she was doing some pedophilic stuff when Sam the Vlogger caught her, and she closed her YouTube account, which to me made sense. But this happened in 2019 and made people hate Sam the Vlogger a lot, even though this was an old topic. Even though this was pretty old and he did this like in 2019, last year, it's still relevant for how he is. So Sam the Vlogger had made a video. He had made a video once or twice about how he doesn't like online dating and he doesn't want a girlfriend. But ironically enough, he was dating the Hypnotic Bread Kitten secretly. And people found out about it through Google Hangouts, even though I don't know why people are still using Google Hangouts, even though Google Hangouts is irrelevant. It's pretty much dead to everybody who pretty much only the time they'll use it if they want to, not when they, But anyways, he lied about saying that he was lying about he also lied. He was being a hypocrite and lying about, I don't like online dating, but yet dated the Hypnotic Bread Kitten, and they were doing sexual role plays. I mean, it's okay if they did sexual role plays, but the problem is he did this online. He did this when he was being a hypocrite, when he said he didn't want online dating and didn't want a girlfriend. Ironically enough, in one of his this is a screen. I don't have a screenshot, but you're gonna have to take my word for it. He admitted on his channel before he deactivated that he admitted that he did was wrong, but people were mad at him because he was a hypocrite about it. He didn't want to admit it because now I don't think people were mad about him online date. No one was mad about him if he said that people were mad about him online dating because he said he never did like online dating, but he did this, but he ironically did it. He said it because it was dangerous and stuff. Now, in my honest opinion, I don't think online dating is dangerous as long as you're not giving out personal information. You know who you're talking to. You know who the person is. But he said that and he also said he didn't want a girlfriend before. He said that in a video that I recall he did say he didn't want a girlfriend because he don't want the channel to, and if he does have a girlfriend, are not going to have a YouTube channel together because his parents were complaining about him having a girlfriend, as in not having a girlfriend or lovers, because he was 23 at the time. I understand where he's from. I thought he was okay. I believe it was okay for him not to have a girlfriend, maybe he wasn't ready yet or so. But he could have just changed his mind about online dating. But people, I'm gonna say this. I believe what he did is simple. He should have just changed his mind about online dating. People say he was endorsing pedophilia, but I don't know if he did endorse pedophilia even, and someone said he defended a pedophile, which is a no-no in my honest opinion. Because if you defend someone that's a pedophile, people are gonna hate you and think you're supporting a pedophile anyway. And I know that because I did that one time, and I'm never doing it again. I'll promise myself I'm never defending someone like that. I'll just leave them. Yeah. So what, in my honest opinion, here's what I'm gonna say. I believe people were in debate about how Sam the vlogger was dating someone, but he pretty much lied and been a hypocrite about it, saying he didn't want a girlfriend and stuff. And I kind of agree. I pretty much agree that he should have changed his mind. But he said, oh, because people will get mad at him and stuff. People won't get mad at you if people will be reasonable, and people will say, hey, it's all right. I believe it's okay to online date and stuff. But not to mention, people are still mad at him about what he did before. Like, for example, he really made some drama in the past, like Nicholas D, with a person named Nicholas D. I don't know much, but I heard that Nicholas D did some dumb shit and stuff. Even though it was pretty much, done for. And he also posted some videos that was not, and he posted some personal stuff that was not that was pretty wrong. That was pretty wrong and stuff. And I heard he was also being homophobic about certain stuff, which doesn't make sense. He was being homophobic about this girl, and then he was everyone was mad about him about that stuff. Now he deactivated his yes, I'm gonna call it deactivated his YouTube channel because he was getting so much backlash and hate. Which I believe what he should have just admitted, yes, I fucked up. I should have just told everybody. People were mad about him because he should have told people about what he did. And he admitted, and he was wrong about it. And he should have changed his mind. He could have just said he could have changed his mind about it. But I think he was one of those people who said, oh, people will get mad about me. Yes, there'll be some people who get mad about you about it. But that's going to be some people. Not everyone's going to get mad about you about it. And I heard about he triggered this girl named Sammy with some stuff, and she had to go to therapy because of him. Which, in my honest opinion, what he did was pretty stupid. I believe he should have done that. He should have kept the personal business between Amanda Rose and another person she was fighting with at the time private. That's the number one rule. If they say don't put my personal stuff online stuff for the world to see, don't do it, because you're gonna fuck it up. And he does have points, and he was okay, but some stuff he just should have just admitted, and he did apologize, but people are still mad about him about what he did was pretty wrong and stuff. Like I remember when I was young, people hated me because I was dating a boy named Jonathan the Hedgehog. Keep in mind, this was back in 2017, 2018. No, not 2017, 2018. It was in 2020. No, not 2020. I meant to say back in 2010, 2011, 2010, 2009, 2010, because Jonathan was this guy who was stealing stuff. They pretty much did a lot of dumb shit to me. I pretty much broke up with this guy back then. I still have my demons, because some days I just really hope they I feel like I didn't tell anyone about this, because I did date this boy named Jonathan. He's known as Funny Time 77 on DeviantArt and other sites, but he's also a person on YouTube. He's also a social media person on YouTube. I was really like that because I was hating myself, because on YouTube. Keep in mind, I should have just left him when I had the chance, but keep in mind, some people put personal stuff. People would put stuff online. They would put stuff about me, like, for example, because at the time, I believe, yes, I know it's off topic, but I'm just gonna say this. I believe people who will put stuff on, he should have just kept this under wraps. But some people, like, for example, if something bad happened to that person, and let's say this could be, it was put all over, like, he put it all over online for everyone to see, and it was really unacceptable for him to do that, because Amanda Rose was dealing with I guess a lot of stress and stuff. I heard she was diagnosed with depression, and he just put this. And then one time he recorded Amanda Rose was crying and stuff, to the point that made people pretty mad at him. He apologized about it, but you really shouldn't do that stuff if he's still around and stuff. If he was still around and stuff. If he's still around, I really think he should admit from his mistakes. Now, I'm gonna say this with an ending. I believe why people are still mad at him. Some people are still mad at him making videos on him is simple, because he lied about dating about Annie, but he was a hypocrite about online dating and stuff. What he could have done is just said, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry," and stuff. I'm very sorry. I should have changed. I should have said. He could have said, "I changed my mind about online dating. I believe it's okay as long as you're playing it safe and stuff. And people wouldn't get mad about that. It's easy. You could have just said it. But you didn't want to say it because you were one of those type of people who get scared of you're worried about people calling a mob on you and stuff. You really need to realize that it's just people. I understand you might get people mad at you, but that's people. People are gonna be mad about you. Some people. It depends on the person. So, anyways, I hope you like, comment, and subscribe for my content. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.